Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. The United States is trying to prevent the rise of China's semiconductors, and has joined forces with allies such as the Netherlands, Japan, and South Korea to participate in restrictive actions. The United States has dragged so many countries into the water and made things worse. China has released a big move to implement export controls on gallium and germanium from August 1st. The countdown is 19 days, and the United States and South Korea are fighting each other, and Biden's dream of preventing the rise of China's semiconductors is in vain. The United States has advanced manufacturing processes and equipment in the semiconductor field, as well as strong strength in R&D and investment. Chip giants such as Intel, Qualcomm, and Micron technology have laid a solid foundation for the industry in the United States. Almost all mainstream chip products on the market are produced by American companies. The United States also has strong advantages in other links in the semiconductor industry chain, such as design, packaging, and testing. These factors make the U.S. semiconductor industry occupy an important position in the world. As long as the United States is willing, it can restrict any country and region in all directions. Relying on its technological advantages, the United States has adopted various restrictive measures against Chinese semiconductors, such as high-end EUV lithography machines, high-end AI chips, high-end EDA industrial software, etc. As long as high-end technologies are involved, the United States will not allow suppliers to cooperate with Chinese companies at will. In the process of restriction, the United States would allies to expand the scope of restrictions. Even if U.S. technology is not included, as long as other countries join the restrictive camp, the U.S. can achieve the purpose of export control. The United States has dragged so many countries into the water and made matters worse, and the global chip industry chain will be reshuffled again. And China has released a big move to implement export control rules for gallium and germanium from August 1st. When China announced the news, it was only a few days since the Netherlands decided to implement export control rules for high-end DUV lithography machines. If it is not a coincidence, it is a countermeasure against the restrictive measures of Western countries. Gallium and germanium are very important materials, which are widely used in semiconductors, infrared optics, radar, and other fields. The key point is that China has a very high say in the gallium and germanium industry chain. China is one of the world's largest producers of gallium and germanium, and has abundant reserves and production capacity of gallium and germanium resources. Moreover, China has also made remarkable progress in technological research and development and innovation in the field of gallium and germanium. Chinese scientific research institutions and enterprises have accumulated rich experience and technical strength in the preparation, purification, and application of gallium and germanium materials. The United States, including the United States, relies on Chinese gallium and germanium materials. There are still 19 days before the implementation of export controls on August 1st. The United States and the Netherlands have already begun to worry. The United States stated that it would discuss with its allies to resolve this issue. The Netherlands has called on the EU to get China to respond to the export controls. The United States will only involve its allies at critical moments. In order to achieve its own goals, the United States will not hesitate to sacrifice the interests of its allies. Just like the United States and South Korea began to fight each other. When China conducted a network security review of micron technology, the United States warned South Korea that if China banned micron technology, South Korea would not be able to fill the market. South Korea has not heeded the advice of the United States, saying it will let companies decide for themselves. Obviously, South Korea does not want to harm the interests of its own companies, and the business that should be done must be done, and the Chinese market cannot be abandoned. As long as these countries and the United States are not of one mind, Biden's dream of preventing the rise of China's semiconductors will be in vain. Bill Gates has long said that the United States will never be able to prevent China from having powerful chips. Not only that, from the perspective of independent research and development, it is difficult for the United States to completely prevent the rise of China's semiconductor industry. China has made certain technological breakthroughs and progress in the field of semiconductors, and is increasing investment in independent research and development. Although the United States can take some measures, such as technology blockade, trade restrictions and regulatory suppression, to try to prevent the development of China's semiconductor industry, these measures may only have a certain delay. China and enterprises have recognized the importance of the semiconductor industry and have long-term development plans and firm determination. China Electronics Technology has achieved a breakthrough in the full spectrum of 28 nanometers process ion implanters. Huagong Technology has also reported a breakthrough in high-end wafer laser cutting equipment. There are many similar progresses, distributed in various industries such as chip design, manufacturing, packaging and testing. Chain link. What's more, the semiconductor industry is a global industry, and supply chains and partnerships have already been formed. China has a strong advantage in reserves and production capacity of key resources such as germanium and gallium, which has an important impact on the stability of global market prices and supplies. This also makes it more difficult for the United States to take unilateral measures to prevent the development of China's semiconductor industry. China has released a big move to control the export of gallium and germanium, hitting the 7 inches of the United States. The more anxious the United States is, the more it shows that China is doing the right thing. If the United States does not want to continue to make things big, it should turn back in time. If you agree with the point of view of this video, please like it. Welcome to Forward, leave a message and share.